Hi gang, well a very good afternoon to you and welcome along to this Sunday afternoon show and literally you got the bear and the chair right here and hey, what is it? It's Sunday afternoon. Sunday, the 10th of January. So, a very good afternoon to you all. Thank you for joining us. What we're going to do, we've got some real different, exciting things to tell you about and show you just a little later. But we'll tell you all about that in just a moment. First thing, let's show you some aircraft, okay? Without any banter. So, we're going to look at an aircraft from France. It's called the Vator. It's rather nice. Bet you haven't seen one of these before. Here we go. So these are a couple of the videos that we're going to show you to start the show off that we meant to show on actually Friday night live. But if you remember, we completely ran out of time. It got to 8 o'clock, so I thought, hey, what the heck? We'll put them on over the weekend. So that's what's coming up for you over the next couple of minutes. But hey, while we get a few people in the actual chat room and get people joining us and what have you, we'll, because we've got some really good, exciting things to tell you all about just a little bit later. So, hey, stay exactly where you are, stay with us, and what it is, it involves you guys as well. It's a way for you to get even more involved with Airshow World. So, quite excited to tell you about these things, but hey, you got to stay with us to find out. Having a quick look at the chat room today, and first in the chat room is our very good friend from over there in North America. That's Miles High, and we've got Elizabeth. I hope Elizabeth is still there. So Elizabeth, if you are, a very good afternoon to you. She's over in the Philippines, so thank you for joining us. Meanwhile, let's get back to some more action. Here we go, starting off from the we'll go full screen. From the same Airshow weekend as the Vator that you just saw, or the Vulture, it was from this same weekend, same Airshow. It was at an airbase in France called Nancy, and currently looking at a couple of my favourite, well, I think one of my favourite teams. This is the, I'm pretty sure it is, it's the Voltage Victor. Whoops, I do apologise for that. Let's get full screen. So as promised, we're having a quick look at the chat room. So hi to Elizabeth over in the Philippines. We've got Kizi, if that's how you say it. We've got Sleepy Spider, Luke Healy, Will21, Peter Colbrook, Morris Moon. Hiya, Morris. We've also got PJ, Andrew Austin. The list goes on and on and on. So keeping the special mentions going out. Oh, she is still there. That's brilliant. That's Elizabeth. Hello, everyone, and a good evening. She's over in the Philippines, so it must be getting to round about 9 o'clock in the evening where she is. We've got Steve Creed, PJ's there's Neil Hubbard, Erwin. Hey, good on you, Erwin. Good to see you in the chat room. GB Model Zone. That's our very own Gordon. So keep the messages coming in the chat room. So a few ideas that I would like to do. So hey, pin back those ears. This may interest you, okay? So as you know, I'm pretty keen on the, well, a lot of aviation enthusiasts are into these virtual radar servers and all that sort of stuff. So we mention it quite a lot. But on today's show, in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to actually show you a virtual radar server up and running. And hopefully tell you a few things about it and some of the ideas that we've actually got. Also, another little cunning plan that I've got in mind is, hey, wouldn't it be absolutely great to get some of you guys actually live on air? Like, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if we could have, say, someone like Julie? Would that be good? Would that be good if we could get Julie live actually on the show? I wonder if we could do that.
Nah, you don't want to hear my voice, do you, love?
Hey, she's there. We've got our very own Julie. Hey, Julie, how you doing?
I'm all right, Poppet. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. There you go. Guys, hopefully you can hear our very own Julie, and she's over there in the north of England, and also with a bit of luck, you see, on on Tuesday afternoon, we're going to do this feature where I need a bit of an expert on warbirds. So, hey, there's a couple of experts that come along in the chat room, such as our very own John Robinson, but also my good friend from down there in Bristol. So it'd be cool if we could get a chap called Morris live on here sometime. Hey, Morris, are you there?
I am indeed, here in Bristol.
Hey, so...
grey and cold.
It's grey and cold, is it, over there in Bristol? Got to be honest, I've hardly looked out of the window here at East Mids, but we have got the Jumbo actually in at the moment. So, hey guys, in the chat room, hopefully you'll be able to hear Julie, who we've got there, but also we've got Morris. Morris is going to join us, as I say, on Tuesday afternoon. That show is going to go out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK. Okay, so looking forward to that, Morris. So, hey, Morris, we're going to go back to Duxford on Tuesday afternoon. Duxford Mayor show, you were with us, and it was 2000, I think it was 2012. Do you remember that particular air show? Yep, do you remember that particular air show there, Morris? Duxford, 2012. Oh, seems like we've lost... We've lost Morris for just a second. Hopefully he'll be back again very, very soon. But hopefully we've still got Julie, have we? Hey, they've all gone quiet on their side of things. But hopefully we'll get them back in a second. Hold on, just... Anyway, listen, let you know what we're going to do with the show today. With a little bit of luck. So we'll be getting back to some more video in just a moment. But hey, we were just telling you about... I think we've got the gang in the background. You still there, guys? I'm just checking if Julie's still there. And Morris... Right, don't worry about that. I'll carry on. The bear will carry on his own. So, what we're doing, we're looking at this virtual radar server. Okay, so... that's what we've got right in front of us. Now, this is actually being fed from a Raspberry Pi on my very own system. Okay, so the question is going out to you guys.
I don't think we have sound going
You
out.
certainly have. I can hear you there, Julie.
Yeah, I would say I'd lost all sound here as well.
Oh, we can hear. We can hear you guys. I can hear Morris and I can hear Julie. Hey, what it is, it's this rubbish computer of mine, which is, as you guys all know, it's dying. It really is. Anyway, let's get back to what we were going to show you. So, on the screen, we've got the virtual radar server, okay? Now, if you're interested in actually getting one of these up and running, what I'm going to do, I can actually show you the basics of them, right? I'm going to pop in and out with showing this in between the videos. Okay, so basically there's the screen. This is actually being picked up on my very own system. Now a few people have said, hey, yeah, but it's way too complicated for me. I can't set this up. I'll use my I'll use, you know, one of the ones on the internet. So what's the advantage of actually creating your own? Well, it's quite simple, really. If you create your own virtual radar server, you can manipulate it to do things that all the other ones can't really do, which would explain it in more detail at another time. Okay, so basically I'm just trying to get some feedback from you guys if you're interested in creating or making your very own virtual radar server. And hey, that's what I'm here for. Okay, I will certainly help you. And what I plan to do, if I get enough response from folks by sending me emails, what I will do for you is I will do private tutorials, probably say, I don't know, 2 or 3 people at once, and going through step by step of all the different features that these virtual radar servers will do. As you can see, taken off from right next to me at the moment at East Mids, we've got an aircraft just here. There we go. And if I look out of my window, I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but it's taking off right now. So, but you can use this anywhere in the world. So this is being picked up by Raspberry Pi with an aerial, and so it's all local to me. But you can share this sort of stuff. But anyway, that's the basics for now. We'll come back to it just a little bit later, okay? Because, hey, the main thing about Airshow World, as you know, it's about watching the aircraft. But I'll mention this probably after the next video and what have you. And hey, we'll have a look at the chat room, see if there's anybody interested in all of this sort of stuff. And hey, if you are, as they say, I'm your man, and we'll tell you how you can get in touch with Airshow World, and we could do these online tutorials. Okay, so that's all things that we're thinking of doing in the near future. Okay, going back to last Friday, you may remember that we got halfway through the show. Well, we got towards the end of the show and we ran out of time. So we're going to pick up where we left off on Friday. So you saw those 2 other bits, and we had to interrupt the show. We had to stop the show, interrupt the Blue Impulse. So that's where we're going to start today off from again. And I'm so pleased in the chat room we've got LT Viper Pilot. So I apologised personally yesterday on the Facebook. I felt really bad about it, but there we go. So you're seeing this again. So let's have a look, see if we've got any messages coming into the chat room to do with that, anything to do with the virtual radar server. But hey, you see, as I say, we've got Morris. But he's out there. Say hi, Morris.
Hi, guys.
There you go. And of course, we've got Julie on my other side. Julie.
Hiya.
Hiya. Hey, Julie. It's great to have you there. So, as you see, we've got Julie in the chat room. Julie on live. Now, when we do these virtual radar server tutorials, yeah, they won't be going out live as such on YouTube, but we'll be using Skype to be able to communicate with you guys, and so that it's okay watching a video tutorial, yeah? How many times have you watched a video tutorial and you thought to yourself, yeah, but I don't quite understand that bit, but if we were doing this live, you could ask the question. You could say, hey Stu, I'm not sure about that bit, can you go over that again? So that's what the idea is. So to get a few more people interested in, that's just one topic, okay? There's things like radios, all sorts of stuff that I could actually do for you. Alright, so hey, we're going to get to the aeroplanes. Have a think about it. Put some messages in the chat room. Let me know if you're interested. Meanwhile, let's get back to the Blue Impulse. So we've got a huge amount of folks in the chat room, so thank you very much. Wow, this is incredible. We'll keep giving the mentions. So we give a mention to LT Viper pilot. Let me go through the list. Ah, we've found you. There he is. So also in the chat room today, we've got SHGP Virtual Aviation saying a very good afternoon. Fantastic to have you on there, my man. Sleepy Spider has woken up, so hiya, Sleepy. So, Awash 2004. What does he say? What does he say? What does he say? So he's quite keen to take part in this tutorial series that I'm thinking of doing. So we'll tell you more about that. And also I'm not going to go into depth on today's show. I'm just going to show you what my actual virtual radar server is doing, okay? But yes, I'll be able to point you in the direction of all the kit that you need. Doesn't cost a fortune. Basically, you just need a Raspberry Pi, one of these TV dongles, an aerial, and that's about it really. So what I would be doing is talking you through each step of the way, okay? So we'll point you in the direction of the equipment and what have you. Right, Mark Weber Webster, he says, hey Stu, did you hear the 747 leave earlier this morning? I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure the average cargo is in at the moment. Well, somebody's clicking. Hi, Bradley. Bradley's in the chat room as well. Phil Tovey. And we mentioned him just a little earlier. That is our very good friend. That's Sierra Hotel Golf Popper. SHGP Virtual Aviation. Hiya, Steve. I'm sure it is Steve, isn't it? Now, Steve's been in touch, and he's going to be on Meet the Fans in the very, very near future. So good to see you. And he's also into the virtual aviation as well, as far as the flight sims and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to be really excited to be able to show you that young man on the on one of the shows in the very, very near future. And also, of course, a wash. Unfortunately, we couldn't show a wash on Friday night because he wasn't in the chat room. But hey, we forgive him for that. He was busy driving. What was it? In between Texas. But hopefully we'll get a wash on this Friday night. Well, they certainly like clicking their cameras, don't they? Hey, can they make a silent camera that doesn't click? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I knew it was Steve. I didn't want to, you know, embarrass myself, but thank you very much, Steve. Steve HG on Facebook, and boy, oh boy, he's been posting some incredible pictures on the Facebook group, which we'll mention very soon.
Okay, good luck. Good day. Here they come.
Hopefully with a little bit of luck. Sorry if I just deafened you then in your ears if you got this on your headphones. But with a bit of luck we should have James actually in the chat room. And James is another person we hope to feature. So I'll tell you what, let's just while we've seen this little bit, let's see if we can hook up with Julie and see what Julie's been doing today. Hey Julie, are you there?
I'm still here, Stu.
Okay, Julie, hey, what have you been doing today then? Anything interesting?
No, just doing the chickens like normal. Aid's doing some mugs and crying a lot. Doing a lot on the computer, and that's been about it.
Doing some mugs? What's that? What's that all about? You say doing some mugs?
Well, this is our new super range of Airshow World mugs that we'll be offering for sale soon. Huge, enormous plug. That are going to have a choice of aircraft on one side, whatever you want on one side, and the Airshow World logo on the other.
Whoa, hey, that sounds interesting. Hey, I like the sound of that. So that's something else we can all look forward to, as well as hopefully doing these live online video tutorials, which we're going to show you more a little bit later about Virtual Radar Server. But hey, see, educational as well. You can buy things, you can learn things, and you got all the aircraft. Hey, all in one place. And also, we've got experts out there who we're going to be having on live. So in a couple of minutes, I shall bring Morris back in. So let's get back to the Blue Impulse. Bistos Bevan, nice to see you as well. Just popped into the chat room. Don't forget, guys, keep on sharing the video. Let's get as many folks. Goodness gracious, it's a Sunday afternoon, so hey, let's get as many folks on as we possibly can. Andrew Austin, he says, hey, yeah, I'm interested. What, you interested in the virtual radar server? I certainly hope so. We want to get as many folks involved as possible. Keep the messages coming, so don't forget, put a message in the chat box. We'll say hi to you. That's Alison Bowers. Good day to you. Kevin Henry the 8th.
Good. See you later, mate.
See you later, mate.
See you tomorrow.
Who's that? So there we go, especially for you starting today's show us off. Especially for LT Viper Pilot. And I do apologise that I didn't have time to fit all of that in on Friday night, as promised. But hey, I wanted to finish absolutely as close to 8 o'clock as possible so that you could pop over and have a see what was going on with our very good friends over there on Plain Talking UK TV podcast. I've got it wrong, but you know the place I mean. And great bunch of guys, and thank you everybody who popped over there on Friday night. Oh, just a little bit more to show on this, so let's turn it back up. Yeah, and a few phantoms on the ground as well. What could be better? The sound of those cameras. Oh my lord above. So I've got headphones on. Sounds like a load of cicadas going crazy. Well, a happy birthday to your aviation kid for next Sunday. So come on, guys. When you're taking photographs, do you really take that many all at once? I certainly don't think our Steve would be taking that many, because I can tell by his photographs. What a brilliant photographer, and wow, very, very impressed. In fact, I put that message on, didn't I, the other day? So nice one, Steve. We'll be hearing more from Steve over the next few weeks. Right, what we're going to do, hopefully with a bit of luck, we're going to move this screen back across. We've got some more video coming up in around about 2 minutes from now, but we're going to get back and show you why it's a good idea to get one of these actual systems up and running on your own. Now, why would you do that? Okay, because you're saying to yourself, yeah, but I can use, I don't know, FreeDAR or, you know, all the ADSB and all the rest of it. But what you can't do with a lot of those is literally manipulate the whole program yourself, which is what you can do with your own system. You can put in all the, I know all the other ones have probably got different backgrounds and what have you. We're going to go through a few of these backgrounds that I've actually set up on my system. I've put in the waypoints, you can see just there. Okay. And okay, we'll go to the satellite view with a little bit of luck. So you've got your satellite view. Now, what I'm picking up is just what I've got on my Raspberry Pi. But what you can do, you can get hold of your mates, and if they've got an actual system as well, they could send you their IP address. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much technical information for you today, but I can promise you it is very easy to set up. Okay, and hey, more on the overlays. If you wanted to know where the air-to-air refueling areas are, we click that button, we zoom out, and there we go. Those blue boxes, as you can see, are your air-to-air refueling areas. Okay, now when a little later today we'll be getting the jumbo jet taken off, you know, Jumbo Sunday and all of that. When that actually happens, could be any time now, I will actually switch straight over, and you can actually see it taxiing out and what have you. We're going to show some video footage as well of that particular aircraft. Okay, but I've been telling you about how you can manipulate this so very quickly. Okay, you've got all these different options. All right, and you have things like filters, and what a lot of people do, they put what's called a military filter in, which is just here. So if I did that, it would just show military aircraft, but I'm not going to do that at the moment because obviously it's a Sunday. You're not going to see many military aeroplanes flying. But say, for example, and this you can't really, what I'm going to tell you now, you can't really do if you're using somebody else's system. But it all runs from a very clever program, which we are going to show you a little bit just here. And this is what makes it all work. It's called Virtual Radar Server, and it's all on your computer. It's fed by your Raspberry Pi, and literally you put your own receivers in there. So these are all the things that I would show you how to do. But say, for example, there's a particular aircraft that you're interested in, and that particular aircraft wasn't a military plane, but you wanted it to show when you hit that military filters. Well, what you can do, and this is all I'm going to show you, okay, because I'm not going to go into too much depth, but this is what making your own could do. See all these? So those are all Spitfires that are not military, okay, but a little text file here. So that text file gets picked up in this program. So when I click on the military filters, if there was a Spitfire flying, if I had the military filter, it would say, okay, you're a you're a military aeroplane, even though it's not. Okay, so it's just a way of manipulating the program even more. Loads of other different things that you could do by adding your own particular photographs, anything like that, and see all these bits down here. Say for example that aircraft didn't come up with a flag. You can put your own flags in. You can do anything. These are the things that I propose to, if I get enough interest, I can show you. So right from the very start, I hope to be able to show you how to build your own system on probably I don't know, one-to-one basis using Skype. So let me know if you're interested in any of that. I can show more if you want it at some point, but if you are interested, right, these tutorials, if I get enough feedback from folks, I will start doing them, and I'll tell you how you can do that. In fact, all you got to do is get in touch with my good self as usual on the normal email address, and that email address, as you should know by now, is quite simply airshowworld1 at gmail.com. airshowworld1 at gmail.com. Okay, if you're interested, drop me a line and I can tell you how we can start this whole ball rolling. Okay, back to the aircraft. I'm going to pull Morris in very, very soon, but hey, we're going to have a quick look at a couple of Tomcats.
My name's Rob Ryder. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and it is my pleasure to be bringing you to the action, bringing the action to you today here at NAS Oceana. Keep your eyes out in front of you as we get ready to launch the Queen. Put your hands together. This is the United States Navy showing off its power and horsepower to sound the
So of course, to get more information about the virtual radar servers, just drop me an email, right? And I will send you a link to a video. It's the first video tutorial, but don't worry about that. The most important thing on that video tutorial is it'll have all the links for all the kit that you need. Okay, so it doesn't cost much to do. And then after that, I will let you know how you can take part in these live tutorials, okay? And we'll take it from scratch, right from the very start. Building the Raspberry Pi. When I say building it, getting the image on there, okay?
Watch him dive down now on the target.
Peter Colebrook, I'm absolutely 100% sure the bear could get you up and running in no time.
Staying low and on the left. Take a look. Rolling it. Now pulling hard on the stick, diving on the target once again. Rolling up right in the attack mode. Coming in flat, 500.
Good point there, Erwin. So Erwin says, hey, well, why would you use that? You know, I mean, you can get them for free. All online and everything else. That is a good point, and I will tell you why it's a great idea to do it. Why is it a good idea? Well, as I showed you, you can manipulate it to show exactly what you want. But also, you can how did all of these radar servers out there that you guys watch for free and what have you, how do they get their data?
Pulling hard. That's
Of course, by great people like myself. I live next to East Mids Airport. That's why you see the aircraft actually taxiing around.
pull it off now. Dropping the bomb. Deployment.
So that's just one point. The second point is, and we're going to mention it, 360 radar, which is run by my very good friend Phil. Now, to use 360 radar, it's I think it costs around about £20 a year, something like that, so that's not much at all. But if you share your data to him, you get full access for absolutely free.
The Tomcats of the Gypsies in a pop-up maneuver. Watch
And
it.
boy, oh boy, has he got something very special lined up that's being sent out very, very soon. It's a new feature in the virtual radar server world, meaning that you'll be able to pick up even more military aircraft that, hey, we all know about MLAT, but this is something extra special.
Let me say that.
I can't say any more than that at the moment, but it's a fantastic new feature which will be coming out on 360 radar soon. So if you were
Trajectory they want to go
literally sending your data to him, he would give you free access, and you could pick that up then from your phone or anything. Hey, so why not join us on this venture? It's my way of, hey, helping you guys. That's what Airshow World's all about. Trying to get the fans involved. Let's face it, hey, with lockdown and everything else. Oh, God, I said that word.
Vehicles in the world.
It'll be a nice little project for you to, I don't know, sort of do over the next couple of weeks. There you go, you see, Lucas has his own system, he shares his data, so I think Lucas will understand whereabouts I'm coming from. So, nice one, I'm pleased you share your data, top man. That's what makes all the difference.
Across the deck. The Super Hornets from the left overhead. Nickel 25.
Nice one, Nigel Cole.
6.
Hey, Andrew Austin. Come on, let me know why you're confused. That's what I'm here for. Nice one, Bandit 99. Well, great question as well. Stu, you're limited to range, are you? Absolutely not.
Much more often, ladies and gentlemen.
I could show you how to get every aircraft in the world on your own system.
20 to 68 degrees of wing sweep. The wings are all the way forward.
So that's the message going out to Bandit 99. There is a way.
On the hardest.
Of course, it uses more bandwidth, and I'm a little bit nervous about switching it on at the moment. You know, doing a live video stream to all you guys.
You hear that? If they will develop too much lift and will.
But I'll give you a basic idea how you could get all the aircraft into your own system on your own computer.
BF-32. Let's give him a great round of applause.
Hey, we got Morris out there. Morris, you've been to the USA a few times to see some... was it to see air shows and what have you? Are you there, Morris?
Yes. I used to be a regular visitor to the USA, doing the rounds of museums and air shows.
Ah, have you ever seen a Tomcat do a display or anything?
Oh, many times, yeah.
Oh, you lucky man. So when was the first time you went over to the USA?
Oh, back in the mid-70s, I guess. when the Blue Angels, when the Blue Angels were still flying the A4 Skyhawk.
Oh wow! Of course, that was the story I was telling folks about the other day when you was literally just very quickly tell them that story. Yeah, you were flying by. You were driving by one day. Quickly tell them that story.
Yeah. I was just at the end of a 3-week tour, and I was driving up to San Francisco to get the plane home. And as I was driving up the freeway, I noticed the pylons by the side of the road were starting getting painted red and white, and they had the balls on the cables to indicate the cables. So I realised there was an airfield quite close, and I glanced across and I could see a Goodyear airship. Well, having never seen one before, I got off the freeway to find this little airfield to get some photographs of the airship, which unfortunately was well out of the way from where you had public access, and it was only a small sort of municipal airfield, and the airport manager's door was open, so I went in and asked if it was possible to, get out onto the airfield to take some photographs of the airship. And the airport manager was an old B-17 pilot who was based over here during the war. And straight away he said, you go anywhere you want on the airfield, he says, but give way to airplanes. And if anybody asks, what you're doing, just tell them Buck said it's okay. And he said, but before you go down to see the airship, he said, down in the southwest corner, he said, the United States Navy Blue Angels team night stopped here. And he said, they're going to be leaving in about 30 minutes. He said, so get yourself down there. Which I did. I drove out onto the airfield, parked my car sort of a discreet distance away from them, and started getting the camera kit and all that out of the back of the car. And one of the ground crew came over to me, asked who I was and what I was doing. So I told him I was on vacation from England and was excited to see that they were here and wanted to take some photographs. To which he said, hang on, he said, don't move. He said, I'll go and get the boss. He brought the team leader over to me, and we started chatting, and I said to him, I've heard that you're really good. I've never seen you fly, but, I've heard good things. He said, oh, wow. He said, we are real good. He said, come up to the air show at the weekend. He said, we're flying at the Navy Days weekend at San Francisco. He said, and you'll be able to see. I said, oh, I'd love to. I said, but I'm flying home, sort of Thursday. I said, so I won't be able to see you. Oh, he said, that's a real shame. And he said, well, we got time enough. He said, we got fuel enough. He said, before we depart, he said, I'll do a few passes for you. And that's what they did. And it was incredible. So they did, part of their air show just for me. I was so impressed with them. They were good, and they're still good today.
They certainly are. Hey, thanks for that, Maurice. It's a fantastic story. It really is. And hey, I did a short version of it, but I really wanted Maurice to be able to tell us all about it properly. So thank you very much for that, Maurice. Much appreciated. So as you see, I've said right from the word go, back, as you know, Airshow World's been going a very long time, but as far as doing these live videos and what have you, first started doing them towards the end of July, and right from the word go, I said my sort of mission was to be able to get you guys involved as much as possible, and that's what we're trying to do. Obviously, we're very limited at the moment with the processing power of the computer. We're literally pushing it to the limit, but with your very kind donations that you've been making just recently, hey, what have we been able to do? Well, we've been able to sort out the tickets for the Royal International Air Tattoo. We've got new microphones, which has certainly helped, but of course the big thing at the moment is we've absolutely got to get a new computer. But hey, it's about getting you guys involved, and that's what I'm certainly trying to do. So that's why I want to put even more time and effort. So by testing this, getting people on. And as I say, we've got Morris. We were just speaking to Morris. Julie. Hey, Julie, you still there?
Yes, I'm not eating a packet of biscuits. No, just watching this.
You're not eating toast either today?
Oh no, that was accidental yesterday when you picked on. Accidentally pressed the video thing and I was stuck in my face with toast. But no, it's biscuits today, and you know what? Not even sorry.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I've had my cup of tea, which is the, as you can guess what sort of tea it is, Julie? It is...
Coconut!
Yay! We got the old coconut tea on the go. So, of course, that's how we're trying to make Airshow World different, okay, by getting you guys involved. So I've got two folks with us today. That's Morris. Morris will be with us, as I said, on Tuesday afternoon for the Warbird show. It's going to be some fast jets as well. It's not just Warbirds. And, of course, Julie, because we want to test if, when we're live, Skype will work. And obviously it's working because we can hear them, and hopefully you guys can hear them nice and clearly as well. But hey, at some point, maybe when we do the Meet the Fans features, we could do a live video, well, not video, but a live audio link with you as well, which hey, it's all about getting you guys involved. And also the whole point is that I want to give something back by teaching you some of the tutorial type things that I've done loads, and they're all on Airshow World. But as we've said many times, it's okay doing a video tutorial, but the thing is, when you're watching it on YouTube, you cannot ask the question there and then. So if you're interested, email me and we'll see if we can do these actual, be like a class, okay? Like going back to school. I will take you right the way through and help you out. And if you were really stuck, hey, there's that thing called TeamViewer as well. So, hey, if you're interested, certainly drop me a line, okay? Right, we had the question, and it was asking about, okay, so you're limited to the amount of aircraft you can see. Okay, that's fair enough, but you know, that is not just my aircraft, okay? Because when you build your system up, you can add all your friends, okay? I'm not going to go through this totally at this stage, but just as an example, what you can do is, see all these things down here? These are all receivers, and you set one of those up. So those two are mine, right? But you can say, if your friend, I don't know, someone in Scotland has got this sort of setup, you could say, oh, hey, can you give me your IP address? You know, because he's got his own virtual radar server. Then you'll get all the stuff that's up in Scotland or wherever. Hey, we've even got somebody in Texas, so it gives us great coverage on that part of the world. But there's another one just here, and I would show you how to set this up. It's called ADSB Hub, and if you put that into your particular, you can see, hey, I'm not afraid for you to see the settings there because this is open to everybody on this receiver. I can't show you the settings for my private ones, but this ADSB Hub, by clicking that and then having that receiver running, you would get aircraft from all over the world. As I said, I've not got that clicked at the moment because obviously it's going to use more bandwidth, and if we start doing that, it could completely slow your videos down, which we don't want to do. But literally, this is just the stuff that I'm picking up with a few of my friends that we share across the UK. But I'm keeping a close eye open for that Kalita. I'm sorry, not the Kalita, the Airbridge Cargo jumbo jet. So when that starts pinging, we'll actually cut in and have a look at that, actually taxiing around the runways. That's if I can get my timings right. Okay, so keep the messages coming in the chat room. If you're interested, you know how to get in touch via the email, and in the subject, all you got to do is just put VRS, okay, something like that, and we'll know what you're talking about. Okay, meanwhile, we're going to go back and tell you what, talking of the Jumbo Sunday and all of that, let's have a look what all the fuss is normally about this aircraft.
Chicago 9446, stand 107, request push.
Average Chicago 9446, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Average Chicago 9446. Pushback face east, Average Chicago 9446.
What a great bunch of people we've got in the chat room today. Somebody was asking about the cats. Also about coconut tea. Oh yeah, you've never had anything like it. It's black tea, coconut tea. Check it out. You can get it from the Kent and Sussex Tea Company. And I tell you what, if you like coconut, you'll love it. I'm addicted. I get a kilo at a time. Lasts me about 5 months. Hey, don't drink too much coffee. Keeps you awake all night. That's the Wind 1960. Good to see you in the chat room. Thank you very much to Morris for that great story.
John 804, standby.
So currently, right now, at East Midlands Airport, as you know, I'm right next to the airport. This is the aircraft that's currently there. Well, I don't know about this particular registration, but
John 806, cleared for takeoff by
that's currently there at the moment. I'm keeping a close eye, and I don't know if John Robinson, are you in the chat room today, John? Just in case I actually miss it, which is easily done. Well, as we know, our very own LT Viper pilot, She's over there in Seattle, and do you know what? I should start to call Jazzy John sleepless in Canada. Goodness gracious, Jazzy John. When do you get time to sleep, my man? Thank you. He's been sending me messages this morning. And Jazzy, great to see you on, my man. Hope you're good. And we mentioned him just a couple of minutes ago. We've got John Robinson. Hey, John, keep an eye open for us. I'm trying not to miss that jumbo as the one we're looking at right now. He'll let us know. I think it's still in at East Mids at the moment, isn't it? But of course, we've been showing you virtual radar server. So as soon as it starts pinging on the ground and hopefully taxiing round, we should be able to show you. Also in the chat room, we've got Ramesh Kumar. It's not exactly how you say his name, but he knows I'm talking about him, so great to see you as well.
Average cargo 9446, taxi via Foxtrot. You can now continue to taxi holding point Alpha 1. Taxi via Foxtrot and Alpha 1, average cargo 9446. Early right turn, clear takeoff runway 27, wind 350 degrees 2. Clear takeoff and early right.
And of course, in the chat room, we've got our very own Julie with that spanner. And in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be having a bit of a chat with Julie and trying to find out what she thinks about virtual radar server. So Julie will be doing that in just a couple of minutes. I'm trying to keep her on her toes, you see. She's busy looking at the chat room. She's got this on around about 3 different screens. I'm a hard taskmaster, I can tell you. I tell you what, I've not seen Hage, our very own Jamesy, if you're there. James took this back in the summertime. So if you're out there, James, put a message in the chat room.
Land runway 27, the wind 320 degrees 5 knots.
Who was that sneezing in my ear?
Average cargo 9446, hold at Alpha 7. There's a helicopter across the Alpha taxiway ahead of you. We'll hold out Alpha 7, average cargo 9446. Golf Victor, after landing, vacate left at Mike taxi, Mike 4 for your discretion. After landing, left at Mike 4, Mike discretion, Golf Victor.
So while that's just
Charlie,
taxiing...
clear takeoff runway 27, wind 020 degrees 4 knots. Clear takeoff runway 27, transpond to Charlie. Still about 4 Bravo. Alpha 1 enter runway 27, report vacated.
Here we go.
Alpha 1 enter runway 27, report vacating, Alpha 2.
way that sound in the background. That's not the sound of the jet. That's the sound, as I'm sure most of you know, it's right next to East Midlands. I'm sorry, it's right next to Donington Park, East Midlands Airport. So that's where you get all that sound from there. So Julie, are you with us? Let's see if she's there.
I'm still here.
You've got a great voice. Absolutely. We love our Julie. So thank you very much. So Julie, you sort of... what do you think about the virtual radar server and all that sort of stuff?
Well, I hadn't looked at it before, had I? I hadn't seen your virtual radar. So when you showed it me like yesterday and the day before, and I'm a complete technophobe. So it just looked like my head would explode if I tried to even understand it. But when you went through it with me and put all the layers on and put all the different like the refueling, you could see where the RAF and the US Air Force all refueled and things like that, the little corridors. So all that was interesting. And then he went through it with me and said about how exactly I'd put all the filters on. And you explained it really well, really simply, didn't laugh at me. So it was a really good way to learn.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Hey, I mean, for anybody interested, I'm no expert at this. The real expert is my very good friend Phil, who runs 360 Radar. But that's the whole point, being able to share your data with people like that. And then it opens the door to extra things. So, as you know, when I'm out and about, I just have my mobile phone with me. And I can view all of this because I've got free access to 360 Radar. And there's no doubt about it. That is, especially this new system that he's coming up with, which at the moment I can't see too much about. But if you want to know more, check out Phil's actual Facebook group, and all of the information is on there. But this is just a few little bits that I've been showing you. So that's what I'm picking up together with a couple of friends of mine. And there we go. Thank you very much, Julie, for giving your bit of input. And Morris, you've been using this for a very long time, haven't you?
I have. In fact, I think it was me that started you off on this VRS trip, wasn't it?
It certainly was. When I first saw it, I'm like most people. Didn't have a clue, had no idea whatsoever. But with your friend Peter and your good self, it was at Yeovilton one year, we sort of went through it and went, wow. Eyes opened and thought...
What you've got to remember, that was when all this was still in its infancy. It was still all a bit new and strange, and there was very little out there commercially that was available. I mean, yes, you had your Flight Radar 24, but all your things like FreeDAR, 360 Radar, ADS-B Exchange and all that sort of thing didn't even exist in those days. It wasn't sort of as commercial and readily available as it is now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey, my good friend there, Morris, he certainly knows his aeroplanes. And, hey, just recently, with getting Morris involved, and as I said, hopefully on Tuesday. Yep, you up for that Tuesday? We'll get your knowledge of all those fantastic warbirds.
Well, I'll try and put my memory head on and do as well as I can for you.
Absolutely, top man. Thank you very much. Hey, I mean, it's like all these things. Hey, you know, sometimes you say something and then go, "Oh God, no, it wasn't that." Yeah. It's the way it is. But hey, all right. Thank you very much. I shall go back to the next feature. As you can see, there's not too much going on at the moment. But as soon as, hopefully, that jumbo starts pinging, I will go back to it. And I'm viewing this on a very small monitor. But back to the full screen now.
It's on VRS now. Showing up now.
It's on there now, is it? Okay, guys, let's have a look. Aha. Right, let's move that back then, because this is the one where... So the aircraft that we've just been looking at, so let's zoom in. Right, it's in blue just there. Don't worry, guys. We've got more aircraft coming up for you in just a moment. I'm going to take out the particular overlay just there. Take that out. And let's zoom in. So let's see whereabouts it's parked up. Here we go. Satellite view. There we go. So the jumbo jet looks like it's starting to move. Airbridge cargo. So we shall keep an eye on that. When it taxis out completely, I'll just interrupt the next video and we'll get back to that. Okay, so thanks, Maurice, for alerting me to that one. And that's why you can see it on the ground, because I'm right next to East Mids Airport right now. And of course, we're getting a really good signal. So and I share these, so that's why you guys can get these on your virtual radar servers as well. All right, so hey, we're here for the aeroplanes, so let's get to the next feature with a little bit of luck. Click the right buttons and then we'll get there. This is a great thing I love about doing live shows. You know, you see the warts and all and everything. So let's hit that. And if you like Fats Jets, way back in, was it October? There was a beautiful sunny day, so I thought, right, yes, I shall pop over to Coningsby and get some of these Typhoons. We did a live show for around about 4 hours, and this is some of the video shots that we got. Hey, we'll go back to the virtual radar server very soon, and we'll see that jumbo jet taxiing round. But meanwhile, let's get back to the aviation action for you. Let's go. Get rid of that. Just let me stop that a minute, okay, gang? Because, as I've mentioned before, my computer is literally dying, and we've got so many resources running at the moment. I think it's starting to cough a little bit, like I was earlier. So let's just close that and see what we can do. Right, we'll try to launch that one more time. Well, I tell you what, folks, instead of letting that run, as I say, the resources are being absolutely run to the limit at the moment. So I will show that at a different time, okay? So we'll try to get to a different bit of video footage for you. So as I say, on these live streams, you just have to bear with us sometimes if it's not quite good enough. Hey, I don't want you to see this if it's not absolutely perfect. So let's get back to this. All right. Hey, F-35 action, and this is over at Marham. I'm keeping an eye on that jumbo jet. It's still just pinging away, so hey, when it starts taxiing, we'll get back to that. So that's what I love about live shows. You just you don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully later in the year we'll get a more powerful computer and we'll be able to bring it even more things. So that's the plans. Hey, Alison, good to see you again. That's Alison Tidy joining us in the chat room. If you've not put a message yet in the chat room, please do. I'll give you a mention. Sorry. He's turned up. The man's turned up. Hey, Jamesy, thank you very much for letting us know it's Lake and Heath. Gosh, you've had so many mentions today, James. Your ears should be burning. I kept saying, where's James? Where's James? We need him. So hopefully, in the next few weeks, we may be able to get James on as well, actually having a chat. Because I don't know whether you realised that, James, we've actually got Julie as well. Say hi, Julie.
Hi, still here, still eating biscuits.
And also, we've got Morris on Airshow World. Say hi, Morris.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Absolutely. So, hey, in a few weeks, we also hope to get our very own Jamesy telling us about some of these aircraft and what have you. That, hey, he's been all over the world. He's been everywhere. So that'll be something absolutely special that we can do. So, hey, James, how about it? Meanwhile, let's have a look at another one of James's videos that he took from... I'm going to keep quiet. I'm assuming this is Mildenhall, but he'll tell me if I'm wrong.
Tower, beach 91, we're ready for departure, running 11. Beach 91 has another tower, good morning, runway 11, line up and wait. Line up and wait, runway 11, reach 91. Squawk 6061.
Oops, sorry.
Jumbo is taxiing out now, Stuart.
Thank you very much. We'll have a quick look at that. So as soon as that KC-135 has taken off that you're looking at right now over at RAF Mildenhall, looks like film from Johns Field. So thank you very much for that. Some more stuff from Mildenhall coming up very, very soon. But as promised, I told you what today's show is all about. It's about obviously doing the videos and what have you, but also showing you virtual radar server. So I'm zoomed in a long way. So what we'll do, click that little button there so we can see absolute full. So let's zoom right in. Down a bit, boy. There we go. And with a bit of luck, as you can see, there's that, we saw it earlier, the Airbridge cargo jumbo jet, and taxiing out, and that shows you how precise some of them aren't always. Hey, we know that from our very own GPSs when you're in the car. When you're stationary, it can tend to jump about all over the place, but normally when an aircraft's moving along, as you can see, it's absolutely in the center of the taxiway. So, and if you guys are lucky enough to be able to listen to this on your airbands, which I've not got Fred the Ted with me today, so we can't have we can't do live audio anyway with the radio comms, as you know. So let's zoom out just a little bit more, and as you see, you're looking at it's East Midlands Airport, and so if you're just joining us and trying to scratch your heads and thinking, okay, well, what's it all about, Alfie? So today's show has been showing you a little bit about the virtual radar server, yeah, and maybe get you guys involved. So if you'd like to know how to build your own system, so you could share it to say 360 Radar or wherever else, or just for your friends. I have James, we got James set up on this system. Morris is set up, and hopefully in the near future we'll get Julie as well. So that's if you've got a few friends, you can just get together, share your details, put it in, and create a receiver. Now I'm probably just talking, you're thinking yourselves, what is he talking about? But I will show you step by step how to make your own virtual radar server. So if you're interested, all you got to do is drop myself an email. I'll start you off by sending you a link to all the equipment that's required, and a tutorial number 1, okay? That's actually on YouTube. I will send you the link to that so you can get the equipment together. From that, I will then create, like, if we get the interest, create like a small, it's like going back to school, right? I will show you online live and how to get the actual image, how to get the image on your Raspberry Pi and everything else. Okay, that's the theory, I know, but hey, we've seen these tutorials before, but my plan is to be able to give you that extra step, to be able to talk to you while you actually go through this. It might work, it might not, but it's certainly worth a try if you are interested. This is an extra thing I want to try to do, just to help you guys out. Okay, that's what we want to do, something different on Airshow World. Okay, but hey, talkative different, don't forget we do the DVD show. The DVD show is coming up for you tomorrow afternoon. That's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon UK time. It's called DVD show, and tomorrow it's the air show that never was, and that was Fairford 2008. That's 1 o'clock on Tuesday. We've got that hey, it's sort of warbirds. There'll be a few warbirds there as well, but we'll be inviting our very own Morris, and Morris will be actually on, and Morris is there now. Hi, Morris. There you go.
Hello, Stu.
Hello,
Having fun
mate.
here.
How are you doing? Goodo. Have you got the chat room as well? Going on YouTube. Look at all these fantastic folks in the chat room. We've got Sleepy Spider over in Australia. We've got GB Model Zone. Gordon saying, hey, so what's a Raspberry Pi then, Stu, for the misinformed? Okay, Raspberry Pi. Well, I will, if you send me the email, I'll tell you more about it. But basically, a Raspberry Pi, it's a very small computer, little tiny thing. They're about 40 or 50 pound for the, and with that, it's called a starter kit. And with that, you get the actual micro SD card, you get the little card adapter, and of course, you get the little computer. So, let's say around about 40 or 50 pounds, but I will give you all the links and all of that if you just drop that email across. And the email, of course, is airshowworld1@gmail.com. So as you can see, it's getting to the end of the runway, so we will, while you're looking at that, I will get the next video lined up. So the video is coming up in just a moment. So, but we'll keep those messages coming in the chat room. Mason Jason Aviation, hello Stu. Okay, where's us the where's it going? The 747. It normally normally goes to Leipzig, doesn't it? But if we click on it, we may get the answer because we've gone full screen on here. If I move that across, let's have a look. There we go. It may tell us where it's going. It's not always 100% reliable, okay? You notice he's stopped at the end of the runway and he's moving about, as I explained, like with your GPSs in the car. Anyway, lining up on the runway. I think it says Leipzig. Hey, it's on a very small screen, this particular one. It's not on the big monitor, so you will have to bear with it. But I'd imagine that's where it's going. So I will also be able to confirm to you. We'll just stay with this just for a moment while it's just about ready to take off. So, but hey, that's me zoomed right in. You can zoom right out. You can put all of the different map views on. It's just a way to be able to set up your own system. All right, but I'm just going to go to the moment for the satellite view, and don't worry, we've got more aviation videos coming up in just a moment, but we're just letting this go. There we go, just to prove that it is actually absolutely real time, because in a second I'll go quiet and you should hear it out of the window. Here we go. Here we go. Down the runway, just about to rotate. And with a bit of luck, you should hear that as well. There we go, letting a bit of fresh air in as well. As you can see, currently going over Donington Park, and I can confirm, I can see it, and hopefully you guys heard it as well. So it's a very basic look today at virtual radar server, all being run from a Raspberry Pi here at base and using a program which is called Virtual Radar Server. And there it is. I can show you exactly how to set it up. Get in touch with the bear. Email address is airshowworld1@gmail.com. Okay, and it'd be great to hear from you, and I can give you all the information how we can do this particular. Hey, we're going to do tutorials, okay, live. Meanwhile, let's get the next bit of video up and rolling for you any second. So, hey, one of my favourites coming up for you right now. We saw this a couple of weeks ago. Some people missed it, so hey, here's your opportunity to see it again. Here we go. Time to shut that window again. Getting a bit cold. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, before we, hey, when we could just about still go out and about, one very, very cold early December morning, I, actually, no, it was just before Christmas, wasn't it? Popped out and filmed this absolute beauty. At one point, we got a bit alarmed, thinking, hey, it's not coming. I ended up going back home and soon got straight back to East Mids to be able to film this. And yes, it was... you probably heard me when I was live. I was absolutely freezing, you know. Hey, bays don't like it cold. What are you like? Miles Eye says, cripes. Is that the footage of them bringing in my ex-mom-in-law? You naughty boy, what do you like?
Special delivery of coconut tea, wasn't it, Stu?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I have it by the kilo, you know. But you can't beat... I've drank it all. Gosh, I'll have to make another brew in a minute. But, hey, gang, keep the messages coming in the chat room. We've got the next feature coming up in just a couple of minutes. Okay, certainly hope as if you've enjoyed that little virtual radar server malarkey that we actually did. Hey, that's something we want to try to put together to help you guys. If you're interested, you know how to get in touch. I'll give you the email address just a little bit later. But, hey, lots of things we're trying to achieve. Getting folks involved. And as you've noticed, live in the chat room with not just the chat room, actually in my ears, and hopefully you guys can hear them. We've got Julie, and of course we've got our very own Morris, Morris is going to give us some facts and all of that on Tuesday afternoon with the warbirds and all that sort of stuff. He's my expert when it comes down to that. But hey, we'll have to get John Robinson on as well one of these days, because I'd love to hear some of John Robinson's tales. But he's been around for donkey's years, knows East Midlands Airport like the back of his hand. So John, hey, get in touch if you fancy doing that, fancy joining us. All you need is to use Skype. That's what we use. So coming up in just a moment, we're going to start it in around about 20 seconds from now. We're going to have a little look at, we're going to go back to 2012. We're going to go to Duxford and a bit of Flying Legends. Aha, that'll interest Morris. Absolutely. Okay, let's see if we can start that off right now. And of course, I shall keep the chat coming and everything. Before we actually get to the video, what we're looking at is some rather nice photographs that our very own Heather took back in 2012 from Flying Legends. Very nice as well. Meanwhile,
and funny enough, Stu,
sorry?
They are actually all available on mugs.
Absolutely, yes. So very, very soon. Hey, Julie, tell us about the mugs. Go on, I'll let you do that.
What we're doing is we're going to do our own Airshow World mugs. We've already started doing them. It's got the Airshow World logo on one side, but on the other side, you can go through all Heather's photos, your own photos, whatever you fancy, and we will print that onto the mug for you.
That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, absolutely. So that's another thing that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. So hey, if you haven't already done it, make sure you go over to the Facebook, join the Facebook group, which is called Airshow World Fan Page. Am I correct? Yes, Airshow World Fan Page. So check that out, and you'll be more than welcome. In fact, if you want to join that, I'll let you in. Either I will or Julie will, and we'll let you in straight away. Airshow World Fan Page. It was created around about a month ago by Julie and her son. Was it son or was it Adi? I can't remember. Whatever.
No, it was our PJ that did it.
Right. It was Adi, did you say, yeah?
No, PJ.
PJ. Oh, right. Well, PJ, done a brilliant job. Thank you very, very much. Okay.
Yes, well done, PJ. Thank you, Sweet Pea.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm just going through, getting ready to start the next feature. I said it was going to be Flying Legends 2012. Actually, it's a different one, but it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm just sorting that out for you as we speak. Just bear with the bear, and we'll get that rolling very, very soon. But you see, tonight, this afternoon, it's just been thrown together, literally. I've got so many different things coming your way. It's not like a Friday night where it's all structured. It could be, look at that aircraft. what was that aircraft, Morris? The Sikorsky thing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Noah's Ark. It was used by a guy who used to do sort of aerial safaris out in Africa many, many years ago. And the current owner was off on a sort of world tour in it. And in the process, he visited Duxford and took part in the show. Quite an interesting aeroplane, very rare. It was that interesting that Kermit Weeks decided that he was going to buy it. And he still has it in his collection today. In fact, I believe it's currently under sort of restoration. But a very rare treat to see a UK air show. Probably never be seen again either.
Well, absolutely. I remember that particular weekend because we were at, let's think, I was at Waddington Airshow, both myself and Heather, and we were there for the doing the usual Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But then I thought, because in those days you could pay on the door. So that's exactly what we did. We popped over, bumped into Morris, and wow, I'm certainly glad we did. And that's where we got that aircraft. But we will show you that video sometime. But hey, let's start some more aircraft videos right now. And it's going to be Duxford again. So hey, don't worry, don't adjust your screen, okay? Beautiful sound. Love that. So what's this aircraft, Morris?
That's
Sorry, I missed that.
the early prototype.
So that's the early prototype Sea Fury, is it, Morris? Thank you.
It is, yes. And that one, of course, has the original Bristol Centaurus engine. Most of the Sea Furies flying today have big American engines put in them because nobody can understand how to make sleeve valve engines work in America, so they replace them. But this one flies with a genuine Bristol built engine.
Okay, thank you. Yep, sorry about that, but continue off there, Morris. Sorry about that, Morris. Not getting you very well at the moment.
Okay, we'll try again. Catalina, beautiful airplane, very, very noisy inside. Spare a thought for the poor crews that often used to sit in there for up to 14 hours and more on long-range patrols out over the Atlantic.
And the other aircraft that we're looking at right now? Well, we were a second ago.
Yeah, that was the Wildcat, one of the long line of Grumman fighters that continues today. You know, with the Tomcats in that. Brilliant airplanes designed specifically for Navy use. Now, the Catalina was the long-range patrol bomber. Very successful anti-submarine aircraft. Built by Consolidated down in San Diego.
I mean, to me, just a layman, that looks absolutely huge. It looks like a real tubby aircraft.
Yeah, Wildcat, interesting aeroplane. You can can always tell when there's a new guy flying it. The undercarriage, you actually have to crank up by hand. You've got a handle. Point the carriage by hand.
So these two aircraft, Morris, what are we looking at right now?
Vampire. All the way from Norway.
All right. Unfortunately, Morris, at the moment, I'm just getting a little bit of breakup from you. I don't know if your microphone's connected properly. It is breaking. It may be the internet.
That's a bit of judgment here from my end, so I suspect it's a rather slow connection here.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll get back to you in just a moment. Whoops. There's me doing too much at once. So as usual, keep those messages please coming in the chat room, and of course we'll keep on giving you a good mention. Thank you, Awash. He's saying vampires, too right. Miles High saying wow. MiG-15. So it's absolutely brilliant to have your company on this Sunday afternoon. I do apologise. This is why. Hey, we are desperate. We are desperate to get a new computer for Airshow World down here. I tell you, it's the resources are absolutely being shown to the limit today. With there's so many different things going on. Of course, as Julie says, quite rightly, we've got to thank everybody that in the past has sent donations across, and it certainly does help because everything is being put back into Airshow World, and we're certainly trying to get this new computer hopefully in the next few months, and hey, when we can afford it basically, but it's much appreciated, anybody that's done the donations in the past. But also we've been showing you the virtual radar server things, but hey, you know how to get in touch. Just drop me an email if you're interested in that virtual radar server. Just drop us an email, airshowworld1@gmail.com. We've got Lucas Matthews mentioning a Spitfire that crashed into the farmer's field. So were you there for that one, Morris? Let's see if we've got Morris on the line.
Trying to think of a Spitfire that crashed in a farmer's at Duxford. Spitfire crashing.
Yeah. He might be talking about that. Was it the ME-109? Might be talking about that one. Oh, unfortunately, we're not getting Morris very well at the moment at all, so sorry about that, Morris. So we've got Andrew Austin asking the question. Well, I'm sure Morris will be able to check it out for you because I've closed the virtual radar server down just to so I've not got too much running on here at the moment. Yeah, Morris, Andrew's asking, is there an AM-12 about at the moment? There's a very noisy aircraft flying over him at the moment. He's down in London. Tank Ace Eden says, hi Stu, hiya my man, nice to see you in the chat room today and everybody else. Don't forget, put a message in the chat room, we'll give you a mention. And what about Julie? Have we still got Julie out there? Julie, are you still with us?
Yes, just typing frantically here, yes.
Oh, right.
Still here. Can you still hear me, love?
We can certainly hear you loud and clear, but yeah. Obviously got good internet today where you are. I think Morris is struggling.
Well, I can do the commentary on the planes, but I haven't got a clue what they are. There's a thingy with stripes on it, Spotty.
I know, that's about as far as I go as well. That's why we have our Morris. But unfortunately, Morris is we're struggling a little bit with the internet on his side of things. He's down there in Bristol. So hey, Morris, get him to get you some good internet where you are down there. We're also in the chat room. We've got Gary Inge. Well, please, you're enjoying it there, Gary. Having a quick look at some of the aircraft from Duxford. And don't forget, Tuesday, we've got lots more Warbirds. That's to come up for you on Tuesday. Got some real old aircraft for you. When I say old, I mean old footage going back into the 1990s. I'd imagine you are a sleepy spider as well, mate. It's, what is it? It's got to be about, what, 11 p.m., something like that, 12 p.m.? 12 o'clock, you know, midnight is what I'm trying to say. He's in Australia, so good to see you anyway, my man. That sleepy spider. Get over. Let's see if we can get hold of Morris again. Hey, Morris, have we got that internet connection any better? Should we give him a try? Morris, are you still there?
I am, Stu. I'm still here.
All right.
Enjoying the show.
So, what, do you remember this particular show, this fly past that we're doing? Could you tell us something about it?
I'll
try to...
Is that part of Balbo? No, it's all Spitfires, is it? Yes. It's
yes.
part of the Spitfire display. Usually they have it at the start of the Flying Legends.
Right.
Usually sort of 12 or more Spitfires filling the sky with their beauty and their sound. Always exciting to see at Duxford. That is what they specialise in, of course. Warbirds and Spitfires in particular.
Okay, well, the actual show we're looking at the moment, Maurice, it's sorry confusing you earlier when I was saying it was Duxford Flying Legends 2012. This was the, I think it was around about September. It was called, I think it was, I'm just trying to see which one it was. I think it was called the Warbird. Around about September they had it. Was it 2007? Round about that time.
Yeah, it was probably Battle of Britain show.
Yes, I think so, yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else in the world you can go to see so many Spitfires in the air together at any one time. If you're a Spitfire fan, Duxford is the place to be.
So Steve asking the question. Steve, I think it was 2017. Now, our very good friend Steve, that's actually in the chat room at the moment, mentioned him earlier, and wow, his photographs are absolutely amazing. But he's also very, very good at the flight sims and what have you. He's got a brilliant YouTube channel, and we're going to be telling you more about that on the Meet the Fans feature in a couple of weeks. So, hey, keep it up there, Steve. And if you want to check out some of his stuff, just do a search on YouTube for SHGP Virtual Aviation, okay? That's Sierra Hotel Golf Papa Virtual Aviation. If you're in the chat room, you can see it. So it's certainly worth checking out. I can't remember if we mentioned this guy already, but hey, Robert Batista from France, nice to see you. Well, Steve, if it's okay with you, would it be okay for us to have a little sneak peek right live on Airshow World and show a few people your actual YouTube channel? If you give us the thumbs up, I'll show them all right now. If that's okay with you, just put a message in the chat room and there you go. I'm sure you'll get a few extra subscribers as well. Well, that's a real mixed bunch there, Morris. What's this aircraft, Morris, that we're looking at?
That's the Blenheim. Only one flying in the world. Lives at Duxford. Three Spitfire, of course.
Okay, Steve, we can have a look. I'm getting all excited for you guys now, so you should be as well, because before we get to the next bit of video, which will be in just a couple of minutes, we'll have a quick look at Steve's YouTube channel, alright? So, hey, it's quite impressive, I tell you. So, I tell you what, before we get to the next video item, we will pop across. See, this is what we can do when we're live. Hey, we can do what the hell we want, can't we, hey? So, here it is. And I tell you what, I shall put the link in. I'll put the link in as well, okay, in just a short while. So this is what you're greeted with to start off with when you get to Steve's actual YouTube channel. It's called, as you can see, SHGP Virtual Aviation, okay. Normally when I say an S, because S's sound like F Foxtrot, don't they? So Sierra Hotel Golf Papa Virtual Aviation. So that's what it looks like, and he's only just started putting this together, and only just a couple of weeks ago started this YouTube channel off. And tell you what, let's have a little look, shall we? So let's click on this particular video clip. What are we saying? Let's have a look. So he's just given me permission to have a quick look. So let's go and have a look at this. And remember, this is not video you're looking at. This is from the... put it in the chat room for us there, please, Steve, because we haven't got Steve on Skype at the moment. But this is from Flight Sim. So which version of Flight Sim are you actually using on here? But here's just one of his many videos. There's a particular one I want to show you guys. So there we go. There's a fantastic Lancaster. Obviously, it parked outside at, come on, think Coningsby. So I'm moving about, doing a few things here. And the particular video that I do want to show you guys, let's see if I can find it. Oh, yes, this one, Duxford. This is the one I thought I was clicking on, so apologies there. So... just let me rewind that to the beginning, because I was looking at this earlier and I was very, very impressed. Right, so with a bit of luck, let's get this running for you. See, you get all sorts here. So there's his intro logo. So a little look at Duxford itself. Look at that. That's absolutely brilliant. Let me have a look, see what he's put. The Lancaster is a teaser. That's what he says. Yes, it was Coningsby. Thank you very much. There's Steve. So how about it, Steve? When we get you on the Meet the Fans, I think we'll have to get you on Skype, if that's okay with you. Because, hey... you know, he's adding to this all the time. And as you know, with Airshow World, what I like to do, I like to try to get you guys involved as much as possible. So we will see what we can do. That will probably be in about 3 weeks' time, because coming up this Friday night on the Meet the Fans feature, we've got our very own Awash, who's also into his flight sim. So looking forward to that. So... but if you'd also like to take part, if you can use Skype, hey, everyone can use Skype, can't we? So we can also have you on voice as well. So no sound coming through, Stu. I do apologize. Let's get some audio for you. Let's have a look. I don't know why you've got no sound on that. Oh, I do actually. Let's get the sound on for you. There we go.
In the real world. In the virtual world, things could continue as they were, and also aircraft now lost from the sky can return to fly alongside real-world counterparts. This channel aims to keep these memories alive.
So thank you, Steve, for letting me know that you weren't getting the sound. I do apologise. It's just yet another slider we have to use. So I'll have to be a little bit careful. I don't know whether this is copyrighted music or not, but you know, I always get a little bit of panicky when it comes to music, because we certainly don't want YouTube blocking this fantastic bit of footage. An absolute talent, young man. Hey, I've done the flight sims, and hey, Morris, you're into your flight sims as well, aren't you, Morris?
Yeah, I used to do the FSX.
Right. So I'm just trying to find out from Steve, see if he put it in the actual chat room. So what version of Flight Sim do you actually use there, Steve? Oh, there it is. It's FSX. Thank you very much. Hey, have you thought about this fantastic new Flight Sim that's, what is it? It's Microsoft Flight Sim 2000. That seems to be the one that everybody's ranting and raving about at the moment. All right, that's brilliant. Royalty-free music. That's good. So that's what he's got on his YouTube channel. I'll tell you what, I could spend hours looking at some of the stuff that Steve has actually put together. But hey, I will put a link to his YouTube channel, okay? So you can look at that at your leisure. And I tell you what, he's a mighty fine photographer as well. So Steve, thank you very, very much. And as I said, we'll be featuring Steve in the next few weeks on these features that we call Meet the Fans. Okay, so that's coming up. And tomorrow, don't forget, at 1 o'clock UK time, we've got our DVD feature, and tomorrow we're going back to 2008, and it's Royal International Air Tattoo, as I said, 2008. That's coming up tomorrow. Coming up right now, if I can find the little bit of video that I was going to go to. Hang on, bear with the bear. I've got a whole list of videos any second. So 187 is the video that we're looking for. Okay. Right, let's find that for you. 187. Now, what is 187? Well, we're going to find out right now. Do you know what? I haven't played this for a long time, so I hope it's okay. I've no idea. Let's because this is not edited in any way today, okay? Some of the shows I do are obviously all structured and what have you. This is not today. This is any old thing. I know basically what we're going to be doing, but hey, I know I'm bringing you aircraft and showing you some video footage and also how to use a virtual radar server, which we did at the early part of the day. Okay, 30th of July, I think it said, 1997. I'm just hoping to goodness this is not the video with an accident or whatever. If it is, I will skip straight past it, okay? I'm just a little bit worried. This may be the one with the lightning crash. Morris, you might know, 1997. That wasn't the year, was it? As you all know, on Airshow World, I certainly don't like to show any crashes or any accidents, so I'm just hoping this has not got one of those.
It looks like the accident was 96.
Julie, thank you very much. You've just been Googling that. Well, that's a relief. Okay. Julie, what were you just saying?
It was 1996, the accident, not this year.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. So then, gang, what did you think of that virtual... Not the virtual radar server I'm talking about, those fantastic aircraft done on the flight sim. Absolutely incredible. So I'm going to put that link in the chat room in just a second, so look out for that. And at your leisure, hey, not at the moment, unless you can get 2 browsers going, certainly check it out, and I certainly recommend you subscribe to the guy as well. That's Steve.
Probably an SNJ, seeing it's the US Navy that's been the hooligan. And look at that.
So there we go. I've just added that to the chat room. So that is Steve's YouTube channel that we were just looking at just a couple of moments ago. So if you can see the chat room, have a little look at that, okay? But hey, don't forget, don't leave us though. Stay with us on Airshow World as well. And don't forget, hey, subscribe to the guy as well, just like we do this for lots of other channels. And I'll certainly do everything I can to, hey, try to give something back. You guys have been absolutely brilliant with Airshow World, so thank you very much. Absolutely, on the button there, John Robinson. Yes, that ME-109, that crashed in, yes, I think it was 97. Fortunately, this is not got that clip on. It was the, was it the October? We were looking at that yesterday, weren't we, Julie and Morris? I think it was October, wasn't it?
Sound in the air. Look to your right, those wonderful towering puffing
Thank you, Jazzy John. Hey, reminding everybody, hey, we're up to 53.8 subscribers, so if you haven't already subscribed to Airshow World, make sure you do. And let's see how quickly we can get to the 54,000 subscribers. It's all thanks to you guys, so hey, keep on doing it. Keep on doing what you do.
The end of this slot. So it's just burning time, giving the other cats a chance to check it out. Still with me, to the right of the mic. 769 for the minute. 297 the Gladiators. Remind you once again, 4 aircraft in the air, 5 Bristol Mercury.
Going for food, hey, that cool. That reminds me. Hey, PJ, we'll catch you later, mate.
Reeling to the ground. Holding very slight bounce there. Main wheels fractionally early. Lovely safe lap. Wonderful undercarriage
I'm just going to check with Morris. Morris, are you still there?
Oh, yeah. Join the Tiger Cat.
Ah, is that what it is? It's the Tiger Cat, okay. Is there anything you can tell us about that particular aircraft?
Oh, the Tiger Cat designed specifically as a long-range fighter for the Pacific during the Second World War. It's still a bit too late, unfortunately. Never saw service during the war. It was the last of the line of the piston engine Grumman fighter Navy. Very, very good aeroplane, very fast. Well, I remember being at a museum on a tour, and the guy that was giving the tour was saying about the Tiger Cat being the fastest piston engine aircraft. I pointed out to him about the de Havilland Hornet, single seat, sort of fast, mosquito type. He went away and did a bit of research and came back and apologised. He said, yes, he said, you're right. He said, I hadn't heard of it before. The Americans don't know much about British aviation, it's true to say. That is actually the second Tiger Cat that's on the UK Airshow circuit. It's operated by the Fighter Collection at Duxford. Now, sadly, returned back to America. First one, of course, was operated by Plain Sailing Bit. Used to operate the Catalina. They had one over here in the mid-80s, I think, that they operated for a few years. Very impressive aeroplane.
Absolutely. So thank you for that bit of input there, Maurice. Much appreciated. There we go, 4 at once. So no doubt, Maurice, you were there for this actual air show.
It shows to Duxford. Love to find out what's happening behind the scenes as to why they've decided to move from Duxford to Sywell.
Yeah,
a bad move, personally, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know if you guys... I am struggling a little bit of with Maurice with the actual audio. He's just struggled with the internet down there in Bristol. But yeah, Maurice was saying that the Flying Legends, unfortunately, it's moved from Duxford, and later this year, fingers crossed and all the rest of it, in July, it's going to be at Sywell, which is, it's not ideal, is it, Maurice?
Far from it. Sywell's going to be far too small a venue for an air show with such a terrific reputation. I think it's going to be a big disappointment to a lot of people when they've had, been spoiled for so long at Duxford. I hope that's not true, but I've a bad feeling about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for that input there, Maurice. Much appreciated. And don't forget, tonight at 7 o'clock, we've got the GB Model Zone. That's our very own Gordon and his friends. And that will be going out on the Sprue Surgeon YouTube site, okay? So certainly check that out. And hey, he's going to do a box review and kit build and the updates of Stu's Tiger Meat Tornado, which is currently working on. So don't forget, certainly support our very own Gordon Bennett, mate. So yes, that's on the Sprue Surgeon YouTube channel. Goes live tonight at 7 p.m. So good luck with that, young man. John Robinson says, yeah, Leicester would have been better for the Legends. Gosh, that goes back a long time, doesn't it, hey? Leicester air shows. Such a shame they don't have those anymore. In fact, we featured a Leicester air show a couple of weeks ago, way back in, I think it was around about 86, 87. Might have been even earlier than that. I'll just check, see if we're picking Morris up any better. Morris, let's give it one more try, see if we can get you any better. Those couple of Spitfire, or 3 Spitfires looks like, or 4. Anything you can tell us about those? We'll give it one more try with the audio. I'm not sure.
Blenheim just flying past in its second incarnation.
Right.
It's a BBMF Spitfire Mark 19 following the Mark 9. And a good old local product to me, the Westland Lysander.
Oh, yes. I recognise that
True
aircraft.
West Country aeroplane. That's the Belgian one, actually. The old timers one. It's now grounded, unfortunately, following an accident. Oh, that's Mark 14.
There you go, Julie. You could just see a view of the M11 motorway. Julie was saying, what, there's a road just at the back there? We were looking at a particular piece of video yesterday, and yes, it was rather lucky to clear it, wasn't it? But yes, very, very close. So what about that Spitfire we're looking at right now? Anything you can tell us about that? A couple of those, Morris?
Well, that one with the question mark GZ, that is now part of the collection over at Virginia Beach in America. Used to be owned by a guy called Steve Pennell, if I remember rightly. It was based down here in Gloucestershire, Staverton Airport, and since been sold to America. That's the Grace Spitfire, of course.
Right, thank you very much. Okay, Morris, thank you very much for that. And hey, hopefully on Tuesday afternoon, when we look at even more warbirds, Morris will be able to give us his input as well, his expert opinions and what have you. So, and you never know, one day, if we can tempt this man, I'd love to get John Robinson on as well. So, hey, we do this via Skype, and Skype's got to be one of the easiest to use. We were going to use something called Discord, but of course, as you know, because of the computer situation I've got at the moment, I need to use something that doesn't take too many resources. As you know, we're pushing everything to the absolute limit as it is.
Kind of John to pop up before the show and tell us.
Yeah, Steve, I've been to that a couple of times. The Cosby Victory Show. Normally about, what is it, September sort of time?
Air Force markings, the Norwegian Air Force operated squadron of Gladiators in the early 1940s before the German occupation in Norway. A wonderful aircraft, but in the end perhaps became a little bit of a white elephant because Air Ministry spec empty cylinder radial. Empty weight 3,450 pounds. Maximum speed 253 miles an hour, or about 245 for the Sea Gladiator version. First flight September 1934. Sorry to interrupt you, Barry.
No problem. Just looking at a nice tail-down wheeler from John Webb in the Blenheim, and much prefers grass, and in fact
Slow run for the Gladiator, possibly for a landing 30 at that speed, and the almost 30 years.
It could well be that the pilot's map has fallen to the floor of the aircraft and he couldn't possibly attempt to cross country to Old Warden without a map. Would you agree, David?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that... Gentlemen, there it is, 14, 9 and 5. Echelon starboard for the turn. Got -1 minute at the moment on the show, ladies and gentlemen, despite the weather. Coordination's the name of the game. From your right, that rare sight, Mark 14, Mark 9 and Mark 5. All highbacks. Early, middle and late Mark Spitz. In formation together. What a wonderful sight. All of the... And here is a sight, ME-109.
Very quick mention, the wind 1960 has got to pop out. So the wind 1960, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for putting all your messages in. It's just like everybody else, so much appreciated. It's great to know you're out there. It'd be awful if we were here just talking to ourselves. Mind you, hey, I do that a lot. I'm always talking to myself. Do you answer yourself back? No, of course I don't.
By so many. So few.
Yes, you do. You're always talking to yourself.
A turning circle, a good pilot in an ME-109 would be a bad thing to have on your tail as a pilot. Having said that, it's the other way around. The one with the ME-109. Used of course carrying on a slightly higher altitude, stop upside down there and pull through would be a one-time wonder, I can assure you, but that was the name of the game. What you did is you rolled upside down, trying to pull through split S and get on the back of your opponent from behind.
Righted there, which will give the Gustav a chance to get on his tail, so pull it round, Charlie. It's on you. 6.
Pull. And there you are. This must be a tactic runs a little bit risk with the Gustav engine on the basis it's better to burn fuel than the valve.
Was a particularly effective fight. Thanks, Reg. Reg Allen, who's just been speaking.
Sorry, the mod is 10 stone and you're pulling 6G. For as long as you're pulling that G, your butt is being forced into the sea at around 60 stone. And that's a lot of weight for the ex-braking 81 mile an hour 3G anthropoidal human being.
And Dave coming in for a solo. Reg Allen, who was speaking to you a few minutes ago. Reg, test flying on this aircraft following restoration.
Oh, the sound of these aircraft, absolutely stunning. That's why I'm keeping it nice and quiet at the moment. The just for the mo, see if we can get hold of our Morris, because I'd love to know something about this particular aircraft. So Morris, if you're still there, can you tell us something about this particular aircraft that we're looking at right now? Let's try him.
That's Elizabeth. Mustang P51C.
Right.
First of the very early Mustangs. It was restored by Steve Hinton at Chino in California. For the fighter collection, that was Stephen Gray, the boss that you saw in the cockpit there. It sadly got sold back to America, so we won't be seeing that anymore, regrettably. It was a little bit of a dog. There was a few technical issues with the aeroplane that I know Stephen was never very happy with, which is probably why he sold it on. But it was a rare treat to see an early Mustang flying over here for a change.
Right. And a little bit of info about these two aircraft, not the ones we're looking at right now, the one that just taxied past. So what are those? Are they B-25 Mitchells? Is that what they are? Or Liberator? What are those?
That B-25 Mitchell, that looks like Grumpy. That was also part of the fighter collection. Now lives over in Washington State in America.
Okay, thank you very much there, Morris. Of course, we all know that's the Lancaster just there. So thank you very much for a few people who've sent the emails across today showing their interest about taking part in some of these, wanting to know a little bit more about creating your virtual radar server and all the advantages and what have you, and being able then to share your data with 360 radar. We've mentioned that quite a bit throughout the earlier part of the show, so don't forget, if you would like to take part, and what we'll do, we'll do these, if you like, be like going back to the classroom really, we shall do these private tutorials, that's the best way to call them. So but I will be in touch. I'll send you an email, and so look out for the email. And I'll be able to give you more information about all of that. And it's something that we're going to be doing, hopefully, if we do get enough interest on this, building your virtual radar servers over the next couple of weeks. So look out for the email that I'll be sending across. So I don't know if you're getting that sound on there, Morris, but that real fantastic throaty sort of sound of engine that's just taxiing by. So what is that? What type of engine's that? Just checking he's there. Yeah, that's a good question being asked by Keezy. Anybody got ANAV? Certainly have ANAV radar box, and yep, certainly got that. In fact, that's what I started off with many years ago. It's been going for quite a while. It's another virtual radar server. The only downside, it's a great interface. I absolutely love it. It's superb. The only downside I find with that, obviously, it does not show all of the military planes when they're MLATing. I believe their online version does that, but actually on your computer you can't get it to do that. Well, gang, I'm starting to run out of time on today's show. It's getting to around about 20 to 4. We've been on air for around about 2 hours, nearly 2 hours, 40 minutes. So we're going to be leaving you very, very soon. I've got to say thank you very much to everybody for joining us. Just before we do actually go, we'll do a quick run through of what we've been talking about today, and also what's coming up over the next week here on Airshow World. You take care there, sleepy spider. Must be very, very late, but thank you very much for joining us there, young man. It's always a pleasure to see you, just like everybody else. So we'll be leaving you ooh, the rabbit, yes, poor looking thing. We'll be leaving you fairly soon, but just before we go, we'll do a quick recap for you. And of course, before we do go, we'll be saying hi once again to Julie and Morris, and thanking them very much for actually joining us today. But coming up for you on tomorrow's show, it's called the DVD show. You know, we do these things on a Monday afternoon starting at 1 p.m. So that's tomorrow. It's the DVD show. It's a chance for you to be able to see what actual DVDs we have on offer here at Airshow World. And we've been running that series for around about 4 or 5 weeks now. And so there's a good old collection starting there. And a few of you have actually bought these CDs. If you'd like to know more, if you go to the first page of Airshow World, you will see there's a playlist there of all the DVDs that we've actually featured so far. But coming up on tomorrow's show, it's going to be Fairford 2008. If you remember, the airshow that never really was, but we say that the arrivals and the departure days were absolutely brilliant, especially the Friday, because as I said, it was 2012 and that was a very special year. It was the Queen's Jubilee year, but also really important, it was the London Olympics, and of course Bradley Wiggins winning the Tour de France for Britain for the very, very first time. So on the Friday of that particular air show, they did this very special, was it the 90th anniversary or was it the 95th? Hey, can't remember, I'll look into it. But they did this fantastic fly past of, was it 90 aircraft? But we'll be including that as well. So that starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then on Tuesday we've got more Warbirds with our very own Morris, and but Friday night, don't forget, Friday night is called Meet the Fans as well. That little feature we do towards the end of the show, couldn't fit it in last Friday night, but hopefully we'll get back on track this coming Friday. So if you'd like to take part in Meet the Fans, usual email address airshowworld1@gmail.com. So you're more than welcome to drop me an email on that, just like Steve and Awash and lots of other folks have. Before we actually go, hey, this is what the show was really all about today, showing you a little bit about Virtual Radar Server. It's still running. This is the aircraft that I'm actually picking up with my friends and everything else. As you can see, the skies are pretty quiet at the moment. Crikey, oh, Bo. But hey, we can fill all of that even more by just a few little clicks using a Virtual Radar Server. And of course, we were saying earlier, why would you build your own? And of course, the answer to that question was you can manipulate it to your own requirements, so you can add extra things to it. So what we're going to do right now, this will probably totally kill the internet totally, but we're going to add this other server called ADSB Hub, I think it is. So let's click on OK with that. I say, if you do lose me, because it will literally populate so many aircraft. You will just see this totally come alive. Okay, so it won't be just the aircraft that I'm featuring, but if you make your own, you could have lots of different overlays and all the rest of it. And another good thing about, as well as setting this up for your own requirements, say it all the time in the background, it's building a database that you can keep going back to, and in that database it stores all the information. So for example, if you want to customize all of these particular flags or anything else, it's all customizable. You can have it exactly how you want it. Okay, and on my system I've got lots of different types of backgrounds. So I can have the background which looks like a well, it's a satellite view, which we were looking at earlier when we were looking at the aircraft taxiing around East Mids Airport. But if we zoom out, lots more aircraft should start to appear. As you can see, there'll be even more than that. But of course, as I'm sure you appreciate, the computer it's on its last legs. So well, that's what you can do with that. And the whole idea, what we want to try to do, is get more people involved. So if you'd like to get involved and you'd like to join one of my tutorials live on Skype, we can get you up and started, up and running. And so drop me an email if you're interested, and the email address airshowworld1@gmail.com. There's way more to it than you'd ever imagine, but I'm just skimming the surface. Okay, so last quick look at the chat room before we say thanks a lot and have yourself a great evening. Don't forget, tomorrow 1 o'clock is the live show, which is the DVD show. We've mentioned that quite a few times. Everybody, thank you very, very much. Before we go, of course, we're going to say thank you to hey Morris, are you still there? Let's get a quick goodbye from Morris. Morris, you still with us?
Yes, still here. Thanks very much for a wonderful show, Stu. Hope we can do better next week on the connection. I'll have to shut some of my stuff down and get a better bandwidth, I think.
Absolutely, it makes all the well. Hope you've been picking me up okay over there. Don't forget, we've been using Skype to be able to talk to a couple of people on the show today. That was Morris, you just heard, and hopefully, out of my other ear, we should be able to hear the one and only lady in the chat room. Hey, we should be able to hear Julie. Julie, have you got us?
I'm still here, Stu. Still typing away.
Absolutely. Hey, so Julie's been she's got the spanner. It's Julie Rotherham. She's got the spanner that she's going to hit me over the head with one of these days. I'm absolutely sure of it. And Julie was
you can pretty much bet on that, Stu.
I'll look forward to it. I'll look forward to that. And so as you heard from Julie earlier, she was telling us about these mugs that she's printing, and that that's something that you can check out on the Facebook fan page. Okay, so why not pop over there? There's a couple of, in fact, Julie, I think there's a couple of people wanting to be let in right now, so that's on Airshow World fan page Facebook group. Okay, so you can put your own photographs on, just like our very good Steve from SHGP Virtual Aviation. He's been putting some incredible photographs on there, and also we featured his YouTube channel, and that's young man is going to be on one of these Friday night shows in a few weeks. So hey, you know how to get in touch with the bear. It's simple enough to do. Last quick mention before we actually leave you. Don't forget, going on tonight is our very good friend. That's GB Model Zone on his YouTube channel. And that's called the Sprue Surgeon. So just do a search for that. And you can join him if you're into your models, kit modeling and that sort of thing, okay? So that's happening at 7 o'clock tonight. But from the bear, we want to say thanks to everybody that's joined us this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much. We'll catch you tomorrow from 1 p.m. You take care of yourself, guys. See you then. Bye for now. Thank you. Okay, Morris and Julie.